Hey! No, that felt wrong. Why is the lighting in here so bad? Maybe we should start, right? Hey everyone, if you don't know who I am Adam Summers. I have lived in Plymouth, Michigan the majority of my life. I actually have a house here now that I am in the back room of. You know, this is where I do all my work now, and also you can probably see where I don't do my work. I'm married. I have an awesome wife named Sarah. I have two beautiful, wonderful kids, Casey and Owen. I've also been doing real estate now for 7 years. I've been in the top 1% in Michigan. I have worked with for sure over 1,000 clients and hundreds of transactions. I am partnered with somebody who has done it for 24 years and done thousands of transactions. My point being, I have a lot of experience under my belt now. I want to take that experience and put it out there, whether it is in the form of answering questions you have or giving you a sneak peek of what's happening in a deal that I'm doing and explaining a bad or a good situation. I want to start off by answering a question that a buyer of mine had for me on a showing the other day. Now, he's a first timer. He's buying a home for himself. You know, that's the market that I'm in. I don't do commercial, apartment buildings, land, anything like that. Like, I work with people who are buying and selling homes for themselves. So we go to the house. We walk in like 1 or 2 rooms and he says to me, "What am I supposed to be looking for?" And I went, you know, honestly, that's a really good question for somebody who's just starting the process. I really thought about it after the fact, and I think there are 3 things that you can really break it down to that you need to be doing when you walk through a home. And I want to talk about those 3 things for you right now. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to go over your needs list. Now, I know that you're on a search engine and you've looked on Zillow and the MLS, wherever you're looking. The house that you're seeing should have already passed that basic criteria, right? What I'm saying is when you get to the house, you need to make sure that that home still passes that criteria. And what I mean is that sometimes data is put in wrong. So let's say, you know, oh, we saw that on the map, it's in the middle of the neighborhood, but once we get here, it's actually next to an office building, and we don't want to be next to an office building. Or, you know, it said all 4 bedrooms were upstairs, and that's what it looked like in the pictures, but now once we're here, that 4th bedroom is in the basement, and that's not going to fly for us, right? Make sure that the home is still meeting your basic need list after you're at the property. Goes without saying, but it's still worth mentioning. Stay alert. Thing number 2, you need to walk through the home and say, how do I feel being in this home? And what I'm not saying is to make a decision that's going to give you buyer's remorse. I'm not saying to be irrational or impulsive. I'm saying that whenever you buy anything, whether it is a book or a phone or a pencil or a house, the place you're going to live, you are making that decision based on emotion and the way you feel right here. I know there is a lot of research, some great books you can read, and I'm not going to get into all of that right now. Just know that whenever you decide to do anything, no matter how much research you have done, the decision to move forward comes from right here. So when you're in the home, of course, you're going to need to look around and go, how do I feel being in this space? Like, do I feel good or do I feel kind of off? If you feel good, great. Like, that's what you want. You want to feel good when you're walking through the home. If you feel good, maybe take a step back, make sure you feel good about the right things, and then you go ahead and you put your offer, right? But what if you're on the other side of that spectrum? What if you don't feel good? There's something off about the space. Well, you're going to take a step back and ask yourself, what would I change? Again, that's what would I change to make myself feel good about this space? That's going to put you at a crossroad, and you're going to start finding that there are things you can change. You'll envision it and you'll start to feel the emotion of you being in that space. You'll feel different about it. Now, let's say it's, I don't know, you're walking through the house and it feels like your parents' house, and you don't want to live in your parents' house. You love your parents, but you want to have your own house, and you just don't like the way that the house feels as far as the layout. It's not going to work. If you start finding things that are unchangeable, then you probably want to move on. So the third thing that you're going to want to do is walk through the home and make sure that there are no glaring red flags in the house. Now, don't do a whole home inspection when you first walk through the home. That's why you have a home inspection. It takes a couple hours to do. All you're trying to do is spend an extra 10 to 15 minutes when you walk through the house the first time, and whether that's during the showing or whether you take a second lap after your first walkthrough. Now, if you're a first-time buyer, that might not be the easiest thing for you to do, right? That's where you lean on your realtor. That's where you bring in a friend or a parent or somebody who has a background in home repair or they're in construction. And the reason you want to do this now is because you are going to have a home inspection. But it really sucks to spend a few $100s on a home inspection to have somebody tell you, hey, that giant thing over there that you didn't pay attention to, that's gonna cost you a lot of money to fix. And you go, great, I just paid for a home inspection, should have noticed that the first time I walked through the home. You're out time and you're out money. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any specific questions that you would like to have answered, if you want to know about my life or what the real estate industry is like, I am open. Write it in the comments, talk to me, message me, whatever it is. I appreciate it so much. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.